Alright. So without further ado, without further delaying it, this is the board we are going to be building tonight. Thank you. Thank you to Frank and KLC for letting me build this. Okay, so if you guys don't know, this is Theca. I hope I'm saying that right, but it's the Rubrehose TKL. Oh god, I hope I'm saying that right. But yeah, so a couple of other streamers have already built this. My unit is the beige one. It looks kind of white because of my lighting.
Something ain't right here.
It's pronounced Theca. Okay. Can we see the ass? Yes, yes, yes. I will get to that. So this is by Densus Design and KLC. It's a really nice case. So this is Densus's logo, for those who don't recognize it. Yes, so I have the round 2. Production run will be round 3, but unfortunately, the round 2, the ones that the builders got, does not have Topper support, but here's a board. So be bad right there. And then here is the back. Whoa. So I lift it up a little bit. Dang. So Theca, be bad. Pretty cool, right? Yeah, I've been building the beige unit. Here's a side. I think be bad is just their phrase. Here's a side. Pretty clean side. Centered lower USB port. Here's Densus's logo. Right there. And then here is the front. Cool. But yeah, this is what we're going to be building. It has a red alu plate. This is the beige colorway. Am I partial to center or right aligned? I actually don't have a preference. I would say probably centered because that's like where my USB port is, but... Oh, good night, Mochin. Sorry. Let me let Ginkgo in. She's like scratching at the door. Sorry, the baby demanded to be let in. Good shoot, good night. Right. Okay. So there's a few things I want to talk about. So the PCB that I got will not be the PCB that is part of the production run. And my PCB is actually borked, but it still lights up, so we're going to be using it. Oh, thanks for the follow. NicePBT, yes. My PCB doesn't work, but since it's hot swap, we're just going to build it anyways. Yeah. The group buy will have both hot swap and solder. I have the hot swap one, so it's pretty easy to build. I don't really have to worry about like desoldering it afterwards. But let me pull up my list of things to mention. Okay. Hi, Pancake. Okay, so group by information. Let's see. It's looking to be 550 USD plus shipping. You get a top and bottom case, internal, external weight. You get the alu plate, comes in red. There is solder PCB that will have Rubrehose artwork on it, daughter board GST, carrying case. So this you can do top mount or you can do silicone gaskets. With the it's 28 hardness for the silicone gaskets. You get rubber feet and then you get a KLC auth card. So that's the details that they have written. Extras, you have alu plate, CF plate, PC plate. There is a hot swap PCB, so if you like hot swap, that will be available. And then it will have Toper compatibility, but not for this one, not for the R2. Production run will be R3. So, but yeah, this is just a reference that was sent to us. However, I would say follow the IC page, join the Discord for most updated information, because as builders are building us, there are some things that are like subject to change. But yes. Welcome to having electricity. I know, right? I was like, okay, I'll tell you guys about it in a little bit. Yes, what John just said. Uh-huh. Okay. I feel bad. I feel bad. Okay, but anyways, so this is the board we're going to be building. PCB lights up, it's borked, but we're still going to use it anyways. Today we're going to be building with stabies. I got sent these by Space Cables. Mr. Spoos sent me. I know I'm not using TX stabs. It's blasphemy, but yeah, today we're going to be using the Staby stabilizer. Hi, Johnny. I would have actually built this Topra if it were possible. The switches, we're using Oooolong switches. So it's going to be alu plate with Oooolong switches from Zenclack, who is one of my affiliates. Yes, these are long pull switches. I wanted to use the new switches that Keeb sent me, but I didn't have enough because they sent me 70. But I needed 87 or 87, 85 because it's wind keyless. Oh, you want to know how much? I think they actually, let me see. They might have written it. The kit is $80. The Theca EC kit is $80, is what they have listed here. Oops. Dang, keeps needs to give more. I mean, it's okay. So 7U, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, not bad. So I have the pricing for most of the stuff on here, listed on here. So if you guys have questions, feel free to ask. But yeah, as I said, I would join their Discord for information because this is like tentative. Nothing is fixed right now. This is just, you know. I'm not exactly sure what they changed. Reagan was like, hey, you want you want Stabies? And I was like, sure. I have the new one. This is the new one. The new ones come in this box. The old ones came in like the plastic boxes. I don't know if you remember. The old one had like the fishing hook or the like fishing box packaging. And then the new ones come in this, which look like mascara boxes. Oh. I don't know. I'm guessing this is the newest one, but it could be wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the 3rd revision or 2nd. I don't know. I'd have to ask. You never tried Stabies? How would you compare them to TX stabs? Putting stabilizers, putting the wires in, and putting it actually on the PCB is like a little weirder because you have to there's like a very specific way you have to put it in. What's the pink gate artisans on the top right? These? These are by Alhex. He sent them to me. These, right? Cute, right? Alhex. R2 come in that box. Oh, Alhex is actually here. Yeah, they're by Alhex. Wait, you were here asking earlier what was be bad, right? Oh, thank you for giving us love. Wait, are you guys friends? Thanks for paying it forward. Okay. We're just gonna do stabilizers slowly but surely. I went to Galveston, in case you guys didn't know. I went for... Well, we were only supposed to go for Friday and Saturday, but I was like... I told Connor it was... Hold on, let me lower this. I told Connor it would be kind of lame, like, if we got there late night Friday, and then we immediately had to pack up Saturday morning, and then leave. So we actually stayed an extra day, and, I will tell you guys that Ginkgo, my dog, did not like the beach. She looks happy in those photos, but she hated going in the water. She was like okay with it at first. She was like, okay, this water tastes kind of weird, but you know, I'm hot, so whatever. And then the waves started coming. So one wave hit her butt, and she was just like, oh, what the hell just happened, right? And so she didn't have enough time to recover from the wave hitting her ass. And then she got hit in the face with the new wave. Because, you know, she turned around and she was like, what just hit me? And then proceeded to get hit in the face. Thanks for the follow. Proceeded to get hit in the face with a wave. And then she was just like, she was like shocked. She was like stunned and kind of stood there. And once it like processed in her mind, then she's like, oh hell no. Like, I need to get out. I need out. I'm not doing this. It was actually so funny to watch. But yeah, she didn't like the water. She refused to like... So, I don't know if you guys have ever seen on the beach, but there's like... Sometimes if you look really close, thanks for the follow, and in the sand, there's like... You'll see like animals like pushing the sand out. So there's like air, right? And so what you do is you can like dig through that hole, like dig in that spot, and you can uncover like crabs or hermit crabs or, you know, just like little critters in it. And so I was like digging, trying to show Ginkgo like, dig here and you'll find stuff, because she loves digging. But she was just like so done at that point. She's just like, no. She would like look in it, and then it had water in the hole, and she's just like, no, I'm over it. She just... Sand didn't bother her, but the water she did not like. Oh, hi Pengu. What's up? Oh, can I get shout out for Pengu? But I got like windburn on my cheeks because it's really windy. My skin wasn't used to it. But other than that, it was actually kind of funny to like watch it all unfold. And she was just like, I don't like the beach. She's like, I want to go back to the car. Poor dog. But afterwards, her fur felt super soft, right? It felt really soft. Well, I guess that was like the other thing because she got wet and she was like, oh fuck, because that means when I get home, I'm going to get bathed. And she did. And so I think compounded with the fact that she's like, okay, this water sucks and I'm gonna get, I'm gonna get bathed. So yeah, she was not a fan. But it was fun to watch. I have a few photos of her. But that wasn't even okay, so that was pretty memorable, but the craziest thing that happened to me on the trip is on my way back from Galveston, we stopped by a Buc-ee's and I was waiting in line to go use the bathroom. And this like teenager girl like took a photo of me. And I like confronted her because she was like kind of standing close to me, but it was like super obvious because she was like, like right in my direction. And so I just kind of looked at her and she like avoided eye contact and I was like, did you just take a picture of me? Because it was just super weird. And she was just like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I just really like your bag because I have a chicken bag. But it was on the opposite side of me. So she couldn't like really see it, right? And like, why would you take a picture of someone instead of just being like, where did you get your bag? And yeah, she just like took a picture, was like, oh, I'm sorry, I really like your bag. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she like ran away before I could be like, tell her where it's from. Because I guess she thought I wouldn't notice her like pointing the camera right at me. I was so weirded out after. Yeah, I mean, so if later on you guys see a photo of me at Buc-ee's at the bathroom and it's like making fun of me or whatever, just know that I confronted that person and was like, did you just take a photo of me? Connor said I should have beat her up. I was like, come on. No, so we were in the bathroom waiting in line because there's a lot of people. And so we were all like waiting in line. And she thought to just like take a photo of me. Congrats on the power. Thanks. I mean, should I have been upset? I wasn't really sure at that moment. But if she had asked me like, "Hey, where did you get your bag?" I would have been like, "Oh, yeah, and tell her where." But the fact that she's like, "Oh, I just really liked your bag," and like ran away, kind of makes me think that, you know, she wasn't interested in my bag. Because I feel like if you like someone's bag, you'd be like, "Where did you get that bag?" Right? And so I just felt really weird about the whole thing. And that was probably the weirdest thing that happened to me. But other than that, my trip was really nice. I ignored everyone for 2 days. So if you like messaged me and I just didn't respond to you until like 2 days later, I want you to know that that was on purpose. I was just trying to ignore everyone. I wanted to, but we had Ginkgo with us and I didn't want to like leave her because when we travel, she tends to get like really, I guess, nervous that she'll like wake up and I won't be there. So at home, right? Like she'll sleep on our bed and she'll sleep on my side, right? and she'll sleep by like the foot of the bed. And she doesn't really need to be touching me because she knows like, oh, I'm there. But when we travel and she sleeps on the bed with me, she has to be touching me at all times. And when I go use the restroom, like she will follow me. And she doesn't do that at home. So I wanted to go eat there, but I didn't want to like leave her at the Airbnb for her to be like, oh my god, where are my people, you know? So we saw it, and apparently it's like the biggest rainforest cafe, right? Like in the world, or in Texas, I guess. Like it's huge. Yeah, we did see it. That's what I heard. Nicest one too, dang. I should have stopped by. And then I got to meet Onkit this weekend. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but F1 was in Austin this weekend, and Onkit flew down, and I got to meet him. Galveston Brewery is better than Rainforest. It was actually so hard to find food that wasn't just like fried seafood. I mean, I know that's what Galveston is for, but baby old man, yeah. Old man baby Onkit. I feel like a lot of people in the keyword hobby are either hecking, like super hecking nice, or they just hate everyone. They're jaded about everything. There is no like in between. Look, did I show you guys this? Look at my new cup. I've added a new cup to my cup collection. Hi, CG. It is a strawberry. For those who don't know, it is a strawberry. But anyways. Yeah, when I get a house and you look at my pantry, you're just gonna see a bunch of different sippy cups that are all really cute and really dumb looking, but yeah, I mean, if you guys ever come over and you need a drink, I'm gonna ask you which sippy cup you would like, and this will be one of the options. Okay. Sip some whiskey from a sippy cup? I mean, if that's what you want to do, I will happily oblige. Oh, yes. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed, but this week is full of builds. Builds. Builds on builds on builds. I was actually going to do 6 builds, but I was like, wait, am I doing 6 builds? I'm doing 5 builds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing 6 builds. I'm doing 6 builds. No, I changed it. I moved some things around. Eh? What?
Something ain't right here.
Thanks for the follow. You know, my switches into Rock and Galveston, I could have came and got though. Oh, so that's so funny you say that because like I actually dropped all the packages off in Galveston, But I called them because tracking hadn't updated, and so I was like a little concerned. So I called them and they're like, "Oh, it's hurricane season, and so, things have been kind of weird." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Do you know when you're gonna ship the packages then?" And they're like, "Oh, it's gonna go out today. Tracking should update today." And I was like, "Okay." Because normally when I drop off my packages, they update like pretty fast, right? But yeah, the UPS store, they're just like, it's hurricane season, so. But those have all gone out. You trying to pull an Alex and work 6 days a week? I mean, so Alex does this full time, right? I want to try, but I'm scared. I'm scared. Baby steps? Yeah, I mean, the first thing is like figuring out my build service prices. Because obviously I want to charge less for clients versus like designers, because designers are paying for the promotion and the advertising, whereas like clients are just, they're just getting a board build, right? And so I need to have that difficult conversation with designers and vendors that, you know, like if I'm going to spend time doing all this, I'm going to need to be paid. Because I will be honest with you guys, a lot of stuff I do for vendors and whatnot, I technically do for free. But, I mean, there's different things because, like, they'll either send me the board to keep or, stuff like that. But a lot of things I wasn't really charging for. And it was kind of eye-opening because I recently found out how much one of my designer's friends paid for other content creators to promote their products. It was kind of crazy. And then, I mean, ultimately, it's up to the designer whether or not it's like worth that. But I guess I felt dumb because I was charging $20 for a reel. But if you guys don't know, like doing one of my like full, like my like minute-long reels takes like quite some time because it's not like my main content, right? So that's the weird thing, right? Because usually if they say you can keep the board, I will just keep that as payment, and then later on I will, I will like I can sell it later on, right? But there's like a fine line to kind of navigate because how much do I sell it for? When can I sell it? You know, do I tell them I'm selling it? And it's just like this whole back and forth of like what is acceptable on their end and like having to navigate, right? Okay, now she wants back out. She's like pissed because she wants to go out, but it's like it's been raining, so sorry, Ginkert. Yeah, so that was something I was thinking about, like opening it up, right? Opening it up for discussion because I don't know. So here's the thing, is that streaming the boards on Twitch is good and all, but in terms of like longevity, a Twitch stream has really bad shelf life, whereas YouTube videos are much better for that. In terms of like exposure, right? This is where TikTok or Reels or Shorts are, you know, come into play. As I was talking to Frank about it, and like, I have to think about it because my VODs get like 500, anywhere from like 300 to 700 views, right? But then think about like a TikTok that I make and it gets like 2,000 views, right? And while it's probably less effort than a stream, it's more exposure. And it makes sense, like designers like wanting everything. But I guess the thing I'm struggling with right now is how do I quantify whether or not a video will do well and won't do well, you know? Like what can I promise as like tangible metrics so people or designers will be willing to pay for it? Whereas I can't be like, you know, the video could go viral. Like, designers aren't going to pay for that chance, nor is that something I'm like saying will happen. But it's just right now I'm having a hard time quantifying, like, you know, how much designers pay for it and how well like my stuff will do in terms of reach, engagement, actual conversions to sales and stuff like that. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Uh, she's like whining. Hold on. Nico, what's wrong? What's wrong, girl? What's wrong? You can't just BDZ your problems away.
Moj.
Ginkgo wants to eat the cat food, but she can't. She's like whining about it. Yeah, but how do you gauge
Suck my
that?
butt.
Wow, was that really loud? Suck my butt was really loud.
Cringe.
Rick. Did I mess up my sound? Was that really loud for you guys? It was like really loud for me.
Rage.
Not too bad. Okay. But yeah, it's just hard to quantify myself. Because it also depends on like the algorithm, right? I don't really have anything like consistent that I can say, and it's hard. So for context, so my sister, she has a food Instagram post. She is past 100K followers, and companies pay her anywhere from like $500 to $2,000. I have. And everyone is telling me I need to charge more. Like I was doing $20 for a reel, but I found out some of my peers are doing anywhere from like $200 to $500 a reel. And then I feel like as a content creator, I do all the platforms. And I feel like that is very hard to find. You have Alex who does it, but other than Alex, which other content keyboard creator do you know that does everything? Like Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I'm not gonna undercut my peers. Theca started TikTok, but is not consistent on it. I think we just need to all, you know, we just all need to work together and normalize the prices, right? Yeah. So that's what I normally mention is that when it comes to content creation, creators typically focus on one thing, like like they have their main platforms and then everything else is like passive, right? And so for example, like some people like focus on TikTok, some people focus on YouTube, some people focus on Twitch, Instagram. But if you think about it, out of all the keyboard content creators, how many people do you know that do it all? And I'm thinking that could be something that I offer or is like a selling point for myself. Because like I can do product photography, but I fucking hate it. I hate product photography, okay? But I can do it. Oh, Yo keeps on TikTok? Oh, I didn't know that. These are so weird to lube. I feel like apiary hasn't been very active, but yes, apiary would be one. How long does it take you to film and edit? It takes me about 20 minutes to an hour to film, and then it takes me like 2 to 3, depending on how long it is. Do everything as in you post across all the platforms. So you do Twitch streams, you do YouTube videos, you do TikToks, you do Instagram posts. So everything. Yeah, there is a trick to it. There's like a workflow you kind of have to get used to, which I'm slowly figuring out, but my biggest point is that you don't really see many creators within the space try and do it all. Yes, Alex is someone I mentioned. Alex is my prime example. Yeah, it's just there's a lot of thinking to do, and yeah. Alex is a good guy. You can see his love for keeps across the board, yeah. And Alex does this full time. I don't do this full time. I kind of want to try, but at the same time, I'm like worried about it. And then I also fall into the hole of, well, the thing is, I do it all. I'm asking like who else do you know who does it all? And then how much do you think they would charge? But there's so few people that do it all, it's hard to then quantify how much to charge for everything, because everyone has a very specific platform that they feel confident that they can charge this much for. But then what do you do whenever you have someone who does everything and you do the package deals, right? Right? Nobody is the same, but I also can't set the market because Alex is kind of like the frontier runner for that, right? And why would you work with me over Alex? Why would you pay me over him? I mean, okay, this sounds really bad because, you know, I'm comparing myself, but it's more so like, you know, I'm trying to think about how to get properly paid for my work and how to justify it to the designers. And so that's my biggest struggle right now, is trying to quantify, you know, my skill sets and how much I should charge. And like if you look at numbers, you know, I'm still very small in comparison to like people who do it full time. And so that's why it's such a struggle for me. And it's up to me to think about how to make it. Well, no. I don't want to undercut them. No. No, I don't want to undercut. No. I think that's one of the worst things I could do. It's a matter of figuring out my own worth without being like, oh, they're charging that much, let me undercut them. I don't want that mindset. I think that is a toxic mindset. It's more of me figuring out, you know, how much I'm worth. rather than seeing how much someone else is worth and then undercutting them to like try and get more. Because I don't necessarily want more. I just want to figure out my own worth. You don't think undercutting? Also need to build a name first? I mean, I'd like to think that I have a name for myself. Sure, I'm not like well known, but I'm just saying, going into the mindset like figuring out how much someone is charging and then saying I'm just gonna undercut them. Like that, I don't like that. That bothers me. It's more so about figuring out my own worth and going from there. And if it happens to be lower than them, like, sure. But to purposely undercut myself, I think is bad. Make a bundle deal with other creators? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You don't have a baseline to start with if you're valuing your own work? Yeah, and that's the process of me figuring it out. But not by seeing what other people are charging and then undercutting them. I think that is a shitty approach. I think it's figuring out, you know, how much I would feel comfortable getting paid to doing this stuff. This is Strawberry by Louis Joseph. Yeah, and that's what I'm slowly working up towards, but I told my peers I was charging $20 for a reel and they were like, "What the fuck?" And I do a lot of the builds for free. Yes. $20 for a reel, an Instagram reel. I charge 50 cents per switch to loop. Yeah. Aren't you worried your deathmatch catches grease spots because the loop gets on it? No. I honestly, it does not bother me at all. 5K follower reels for $20 you really need to set up. I know. But here's the fucked up thing is that I talk to designers and I get to know them, and then the line gets blurred between like me not wanting to charge them versus like me needing to treat it as like a business transaction, because I guess it feels bad because I charged one designer $100 to do everything.
Something ain't right here.
And then later on, I found out that they paid 1.5K to another person. But they had expressed to me prior that they didn't have the budget to pay a lot. And that's what made me feel so bad. And it's like, how did they justify paying this person 1.5K versus telling me that they didn't really have budget, and me saying, "Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll just charge you $100." You know? And it's like, how did they justify that price jump? And so that's the only thing. And it's like collectively, the creator they paid had a lot of numbers on their one platform, but for me overall, I had more. And it just made me sad. Like combine all my numbers together, I actually ended up having about 4K more collectively. But because they had all their numbers on one platform, I guess they're able to use that to leverage in, yeah. uh but that's the thing, it's like the lines get muddy because I end up talking to these designers a lot. I end up talking to people a lot, right? Because, you know, I like talking to them. I like figuring out, you know, I like knowing the story behind the board. I like knowing their design process, what they plan on doing, and a lot of times we end up like becoming friends and whatnot. And that's when the line gets blurry. Of course, it's like up to my own discretion to be like, you're a friend, I'm not going to charge, but it just feels bad knowing that. It just feels bad knowing I do all this work and then but they're willing to pay someone else to do the same amount of work, if not more or less, for an exorbitant amount or a lot more. FC does a charge me? I don't charge a lot of designers actually. For like, I mean, they pay for the build fee, but as for like different media stuff, I don't really charge that much because I'm under the impression that they don't have the budget because they're struggling to do the group buy or whatnot. But then later I find out they just don't have the budget because they're paying other people more. And maybe it's they approach those people first and then I was like the butt end of it, so they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have the budget anymore. Or I don't know if it's because they feel like my work is not worth that much and that's why they're saying, oh, we don't have the budget. So it's you know. I mean, I don't think I got the short end of the stick. I think it's more so I'm just not being firm about, you know, what I should charge because I'm not sure how much to charge. And yeah. So if my edits cost double what I charge to keep the other half of falsified. I mean, I've been telling designers that I will go half and half with them. Like, I'll pay half of my editor cost and then you just cover the other half. And people have been telling me that I should not do that. People have been telling me, hell no, you make people pay for the entire thing. But here's the thing is that the YouTube videos also help me grow, which is why I justified it that way. But I will tell you guys that recently I did get confirmation that the designer will just pay the whole editor fee up front from now on. So we love to see it. That's good to hear. Yeah, but I will tell you guys that I was sweating because I didn't get a response for a few days, and I was like, oh Lord. They're about to tell me they don't have the budget. And I'm just gonna have to be like, okay, alright, well, that's fine. You know? You have to make sure they cover the rest of you promoting for them at the very least. Yeah, so people have told me this, but for people who have sold boards, what are your profit margins normally, right? And if I'm able to influence like at least 5 people to buy your board, right? That should be good. No budget, kick them to the curb. I mean, sometimes people don't. Sometimes the designers I work with really don't have the budget. If they don't have the budget to cover expenses like this, but they should be doing a group buy until they're positioned to do so. Yeah, I mean, people have been pushing me to charge like so they're telling me, so I talked to a few peers and they said I should charge 300 for a reel or short, 200 for an edited video, 250 for the stream and typing test sound clip and VOD, and then 150 for product photos. And then for package deal, if they want all of this, they can pay 650 complete package. And for the stream fee, they can either pay the stream fee or they can give me the board. Hi, Zanyard. Do it! That's reasonable. I don't know. I've literally just been charging like 50 to 100 for everything. And then my friends got mad at me. But it makes me wonder, like, maybe that's like my reputation that people tell others, oh, Patty does good work and for cheap, so reach out to her. And maybe that's just the rep I have. I don't know. Happy birthday, S Mode. Happy birthday! I mean, it's past now, but happy belated. If you want to go full-time on Keebs, yes. If you lose clients over this, it's a good thing you make more money. Yeah. This is a very hard pill to swallow. It's a very hard thing to navigate. Yeah, it just sucks. Because I like working with some of these designers, but if I have to tell them, like, hey, these are my new rates, and then it's kind of jarring because you're like, well, you did this for me for free, and now you're charging me like $600, and it's like, yeah, man, I'm sorry. It's a very hard conversation. You'll still get business. Yeah, I don't want like any bridges burned over it. Or what if like they pay the amount and then they're not happy with my work? Then what do I do? That's like another thing. Because like I feel like if you pay that much, you're gonna want like a good product that you're happy with, right? But it's like if you don't pay that much, you're like, what? It was only like $20, so whatever. But if you pay like 300, you're like, wait. I paid $300 and this is what I get, you know. You send it to me and I will eat them. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this subject makes me very uncomfortable. Of course, it's something that I like, and I don't like that I need to talk about. But I want you guys to know that I'm very uncomfortable. I don't know if you guys can tell. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I want there to be like a high standard in terms of like paying content creators for their work. But so many people out there will do it for free. And I would hate to like piss someone off because I charge too much. But I do realize I need to just suck it up. But it's hard. It's hard because I don't want to make anyone mad. Oh, hi, Toasty. I think I fucked it up. I think it was me. I literally think it was me, Toasty. Because I snapped it off, and then I used clippers and clipped it off, and like the sharp edges, I like shaved it. So I'm sorry to like bring the mood down. But if you guys can't tell, this is something that has been bothering me. Or it's been something that's been on my mind. Charge more. Well, here's the thing is that I don't do this as full time. Eventually I would like to transition, but that's why it's not something that's really been on my mind because I've always had something to supplement it. But it's just like changing that mindset and like wanting to do it full time and thinking about how to navigate
Something
that.
right here.
Thanks for the follow. Yeah, that's why it's so hard because it's like one of those things that if I want to make that transition, I have to think about these things. Whereas like before, I didn't really have to. And it's hard. Cause I do think I'm getting to that point where I have a lot of builds. Like, for those who have seen my Notion page, I have... Wait. I have 16 things. I need to add one more. I got reached out to do one more. Yeah, I have 16 things on my list right now. For protos only. I'm sorry, Interloper. I feel bad because Interloper looked at my schedule and was like, wait, these are all protos. And I was like, yeah. Because Interloper does my proto videos. I know. "16 proto builds? Yeah." If you charge it in a standard amount and aren't full time and be reasonable, your delivery time just be a bit longer. Well, here's the thing is that my turnover for the boards is like maybe a week at the longest, but it's typically 2 to 3 business days. Because I do the build stream, and then I send it off to my editor, and that could take about a week or two. And then for the typing test, I can record it that same night, and then TikTok I can do the next day. And then if they really want photography, I can do it the same day. And then I'm done. Like, I have streamlined my process so it doesn't take, I don't need forever with a keyboard. The only reason I would take forever with a keyboard is because I want to do something hard with it. Like, for example, Blooming TKL I kept for a long time, but I don't know if you guys have seen that photo shoot, but that one involved buying a lot of props and then like setting it up. So that's why I had Blooming for so long. But everything else was like pretty standard. and my turnover is about 2 to 3 business days. For client builds that I don't do typing test video for or photos for, I can have those out like the next day. Unless I go on vacation, then there's like a delay. How does it go? Okay, so I actually kept Michael's board a little bit longer than normal. But typically, client builds, I have it out the next day. Unless it's a Saturday, and then I can't drop it off because Sunday they're closed. But I would say my turnover is pretty fast, but I have been not like slowing down, but I have a lot of packages here, like and then I didn't tell you guys, but God, he's gonna be so mad at me. I did a rush build off stream. It was a Demon Slayer themed board that was engraved by Spoos. But I had to do that one off stream because they needed it by a certain date. No, I didn't have time in my stream schedule because it was like I can build this for you, but I can't stream it if you want it ASAP, right? Well, he needed it by a certain date for his daughter's birthday. And I just got the board and I was like, okay. So it was one of those things that I had to build off stream. Tell the daughter to be born later. If only it worked like that. I feel bad that I kind of feel like it dampened the mood. I'm sorry to... Okay, interloper. We don't have to keep any of this in. It's just the happy bits. You can talk about Ginkgo getting her ass hit by a wave. That's a good bit. Keep it in as a warning. Now. Important combo to be had? Yeah. I mean, but at the same time, there are designers that I don't mind doing this stuff for free. Because I like them a lot. And that's another thing I need to navigate. Hey, good night, Justin. Like, for example, if Reagan ever asked me to like stream a build, I would never charge Reagan. Reagan has like helped me out so much. So there are like exceptions, but for like stranger dangers, I'm like, who the heck are you? I definitely need to learn how to navigate that conversation of being like, hello, this is how much I charge. And I think, dang, I think I'd be willing to do like negotiations too. Put in a contract that gives subs. I don't know. Yeah, the current Twitch split is pretty rough. I mean, it's always been the same split, but I'm about to start an OnlyFans for Ginkgo's feet. And that will probably make me a millionaire. I sell Ginkgo foot photos. That is staying in the edit. That sentence is good. Ooh. This weight is so cool.
Bog, 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 bog.
Oh my god, that's scary. It's so loud for me. Why is that so loud for me? It's like Mason is breathing into my ear. The dream? Yeah, maybe for you. What did you miss? I don't know. Did you get your W1 yet, Yegs? You'll just wait for the edit? It's a Keith Spency? Wait, that was so fast. Kale purple potatoes? You mean like taro? Okay, so this one looks like the back only has... The back has 5 screws? Yeah. 3 on the bottom, 2 on top. Hello, arigato. Okay, do I do top mount for this, or do I do gasket? I mean, I guess I can do both. Let's do both. Okay, so looking at the internals of this board, you can do the top mount. So looks like there's there's 4 on top, 4 on bottom in terms of top mount screws. Gaskets, 4 on top, 3 on the bottom. Huh. Oh, I guess you didn't put it here because it's a space bar. Yeah, so the space bar's right here. If you notice, there's actually no point for there's no screw point and no gasket point for the space bar. So these are the top mount parts, and then these are the gasket parts. I like this red. It's like a blood red. Okay, and then looking at the bottom piece, holy cow, this is a heavy board. But here you have the weight. So it looks like an internal and external weight. Cat. So this one comes off, and then I'm guessing the back piece also comes off. So let's take it apart so we can look at it. There's a lot of screw points here. So you have 4, I guess, to fully secure this. But let's see. I could be wrong. Oh, okay. So these 4 are for the back piece. And then these 4 are for this internal piece. Yeah. So that's interesting. So let me take this off. I'm guessing these are also for the external. Hi, Gunner. So these two are the same, but then these four are different. Well, I can confirm. And then, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they do have these anchor points. So there's, or alignment tabs. There's 1, 2, 3 up here, and then 1 down here. So 3 alignment tabs. 1, 2, 3, 1. Okay. Yeah, so we were right. So this is the internal weight. You have the 4 securing it. Theca right here. Densus. Wait. KLC. And then these and these, I'm guessing, are holding the back weight. So it says prototype. Cool. This one? I wonder why they didn't do it like right here. Like 1, 2, 1, 2. Would you happen to know why, Gawk? Why they didn't do it like symmetrical? Is it because of the gaskets? No idea. Okay, that's a question to ask. Ooh, that's extremely tight. Just random choice? I see. Ooh. I've never seen anything like this, where the internal weight has these pieces that secure the bottom. Or like, the internal piece has holes as screw points for the external weight. But yeah, 4 to secure the internal weight, and then 8 to support the external. This is what it's looking like. Unless this is a completely different piece. No, it is the same piece. Okay. Cheaper to do it this way, the brass doesn't need to be thick, I see. So here's the weight. So that's where the daughter board would go in the center. So what this side looks like. And then the back. Okay. Now that we have disassembled that, let's put the daughter board in. I do have a longer daughter board. JST cable. And then let's do gasket mounted first. Yeah, we'll do gasket mount and then we'll swap it out for top mount. No, this bottom does not. This looks like pretty complicated, right? I could be wrong though. I don't know what makes certain machining like more expensive than others. These aren't complicated. Oh lord. I have to go find that. Oh. I'm curious why they did things the way they did. So there's something interesting I want to point out. If I could find... if I just need to find the screw I just dropped. Hold on. I want to show you guys something. Where are my... I don't know where that screw went. It's gone forever. But it's just a stabilizer screw. I have an extra one right here, so... Oops. Gone forever? Yeah. I'll find it in like 7 years. Okay, so looking at the internals of this case again, check this out. There's like a little staircase action going on, or like a stepped action going on. You see this? Whoa. I wonder why they did this. See this side right here? Yeah. And then this part just kind of curves upwards. So this part, well, obviously this is the deepest part. Then you have this part, and then this part rests up high. And then you have the staircase right here. Rather than like this whole part just being the same height. I thought maybe it was because of the way that the weight sits on the back. But the piece doesn't look, the sides don't look connected to it at all. Here, let me take these out. Any designers in chat? Know why? Could just be a design choice. So, you look right here, right? And then right here. Oh, it's named after Zonda? This design choice right here? Interesting. First clear is the clearance of PCB, next step clears of plate. Oh, I see, I see. Interesting. Today I learned. I see you later, Pengu. Hey, Tim. I'm doing okay. How are you? Okay. Let me just put this back on. So it's because the material is too thin, so they do it to make it thicker. It's more cream. So if you look at my screen right now, it's like a pretty cream color. It's like a lighter beige as opposed to a darker beige. If that makes sense. This keyboard looks so nice. Yeah, so this is the Theca. This is a collaboration between Rubrehose and KLC. Densus is the designer. So yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot to unpack here. This is a very heavy collaboration board. But yeah, it's the Theca Rubrehose. I'm probably saying those wrong. But for those who don't know Rubrehose, artisan maker. KLC is keyboard vendor. Densus is a designer. Theca. Wait, hold on. Oh no. Hold on. Okay. I think when aligning this, you really have to... Okay. Cool. Normally you don't like any branding or text above the arrows on TKO, but this one somehow pulls it off. It's a very thematic board. If I had deadbeats, I would put it on here, but I don't. Oh, so I guess this is what helps you clarify which screws go on which. So I don't get confused. Maybe that's why they did that. Because now I know which ones are for the bottom and which ones are for the top. Guess it makes it more solid. Offset's a lot tighter, right? I see. And you said it's named after Zonda? DCS good. I haven't tried it. Yeah. I would not be able to tell you. The front cut. Oh, I see. The Zon ledge. Don't think the step cuts on the side have a coin name. I see, I see. For those who have tried DCS, do you guys like it? I've tried CXA. Deadbeats was a collaboration with Hello Caps too, right? Oh. Okay. That is nice and secure and now. Cool. So let's do Gasket first, right? That's what we agreed on. DCS is slightly taller and rounder. What upcoming keeps are you looking forward to? That I'm going to be building or that are entering into group buy? Personally, in terms of boards that are going to go into group buy, I'm excited about... Oh, okay, yeah, so I'm waiting on a Bear V2. I'm excited for that one. Also Kaze and OSA, which is a Topra Alice. It will be my first Topra board. And also, in terms of boards I'm going to be building, I'm looking forward to Final Home. Which is Cruel World's Alice. Bolsalus group buy? Oh, I mean, I have Bolsalus already because I was part of the... I'm sponsored by Bolsa Supply and I was part of their friends and family run. But, oh my gosh, after we're done with this build, I want to show you guys Orange PC Amano. I'm building it tomorrow, but I got it in. The orange PC looks sick. It looks so good. I have never seen an orange PC before. In fact, you don't see orange boards very often. But I love it. I love the way it looks. I was actually going to build it on Sunday. And I was like, no, I'm going to build it ASAP. Yeah, so it's orange PC. How long am I? At least until the 23rd. Because I'm staying with my dad. So, my dad hasn't seen his sister in a few years. Well, almost like 10 years now. And so, because she lives in like overseas, so we don't see her very often. So he wants to spend like a bunch of days with her. So I'm gonna stay with him from the 12th to like the 23rd. And then he's gonna fly back, and then I'm either gonna go to Taiwan or Japan. I haven't decided yet. I have family members in Taiwan that I can stay with, and I can speak the language, right? Because that's the biggest thing. I'm so scared of like not being able to understand anything. Oh yeah, Kevin, I'll be in Korea. I'll be in Korea December 12th to the 23rd. Yeah, I'll be in Korea. Yeah. My sister's fiance is Korean, and so they wanted to do the traditional Korean wedding in Busan. So, I'm going to Busan. Taiwan weather? I haven't been to Taiwan in like almost 15 years. Isn't that the zombie outbreak area? Technically, yes. It's nice at the end of the year when I want to go. Oh yeah, monsoon season. Busan. Yeah, so I'll be in Seoul and Busan. And I need to go see Gion. Wherever Gion is based. It's a very nice creamy color. Yes, it is the beige. You need to buy more oolongs, you just remember it? Oh wait, it's one keyless, so okay, yeah, that's fine. Far from Busan, I heard that I have to take a bus. Like my sister is like renting a bus to shuttle us from Seoul to Busan. A travel bus. Flights are too expensive from Korea to Taiwan, yeah. What season is it in Korea? In December? Is it winter? Correct me if I'm wrong. Same as here? Okay. All limousines? Does it snow in Korea? Like, or is it like different region snows? The sun does not snow very often? Okay. There are so many keyboard people in Korea. I think it actually would have been cheaper for me to fly to Japan and then fly to Korea after. Ouch. Yeah, I'm pretty nervous. I haven't been international. Well, Canada doesn't count. Okay. I haven't been like international travel since I was like in like middle school. So I'm like pretty nervous. Why doesn't Canada count? Because I didn't fly overseas. I'm talking about like overseas travel. Busan is maybe January, February, rare for a lot of snow. Okay. Yeah, I had to get a passport to go to Canada. XXW, I just watched so many ads. Oy vey. Yeah. That is the state of Twitch. Patty Canada hater confirmed? No! I want you to know that a lot of my guildies are Canadian. And I like most of them, okay? You wanted to say before bed. Oh, you want to say hi before bed. I see. I hope your kitty is doing well. Any films for Oolongs? Just looped. I will be very honest with you guys. A lot of the newer switches, I don't even bother looping. I'm just lazy. You filmed mine and they're great. Oh wait, were you asking me if you would recommend it filmed, or were you asking me whether or not these are filmed? Hi Glenn. Glenn, I'm building with oolongs. No, I lube my switches. I just don't film them. Thanks. It's a hot swap build, but I borked the PCB. I think I messed it up, but I don't know. Wolfie's or Toasty's going to see if we can fix it. But we're just building it anyways. You pawned an array today in Classic? But do you guys like pendant? You know, the green stuff? Is that how you say it? Pendant? Pendant? However you say it. Have you guys ever had the pendant roll cakes? It's so good. I should have bought an entire roll. Tim got me associating read with Tarkov. Do you play Tarkov with Tim? Pandan chiffon cake, yes. Possible solution? Is it an easy solution that I can do on stream? Or is this an off-stream thing? You like to dip mine in milk? That sounds so good. Oh, Glendale, do you know the Chinese clay pot rice dishes? I had that in Houston, like with the crispy rice, it was so good. I was like eating it, I was like, dude, if only Glendale. I make those, I know. Low key, I would move to California and try to move as close to Glendale because he has all the good foods. He knows how to make all the good foods. And then I could just like, hello, I am hungry. I need food. I guess I've never really had that in Austin. Like, well, no, I take that back. I have keyboard friends here. Like, there's Space. But Space's office is so far away. It's always like a 45-minute to an hour drive for me. But, I mean, I wish I could just, like, drop by the office and hang out with friends. Right? I wish I had that. That seems super nice. Have I had the Ramen Tatsuya in ATX yet? Yes, I have. The OG one was actually based in Austin. I know the owner. So I'm gonna tell you guys something very sad about. It can be top mount, but you're doing gasket first. It's not very sad, but like I would say like elementary I was very social. Middle school I kind of became a little bit more recluse, and then high school I became like social again, and then college I became recluse, and then I just stayed reclusive for the rest of my life. But I guess I never really like I have a friend group here who I love very much, but I've never like how do I say it? I love them, but I've never felt like like these are my people in the sense of like our hobbies and whatnot. And it wasn't until like college I started to like slowly meet people who were more into my hobbies. And of course, like joining the keyboard hobby, I've met like tons of people. And I don't want to say I feel lonely, but I definitely wish like I could have met them earlier. Hey Patty, the top part where you broke out the USB, there should be a component called IC1. Do they have clubs like keyboard club in college? No. This is a long drive back by Vansire. Wait, you want me to desolder something? Yeah, I can desolder it. Where is it? Where is it? It's right here. Just the ICI? Or do you want me to do both the R3 and the R2? Yeah. I can see why they said use a longer JST. Yes. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I wish I had met like my keyboard friends sooner, and I'm very glad that I did now. guess it was like really hard on me when like I finally met like people that I felt comfortable or like we shared a lot of hobbies. And then like my best friend. And then he moved to California. And then it was kind of like, well, what now, you know? A lot of my friends moved to California. I think I was like one of the few who did not go. I went to Boston instead. So I was on like the complete opposite end. And sometimes I wonder, like, maybe I should have moved to California. I don't know. One of those things. Okay. Yeah, I put too much. See? Oh, it's right here. It's like slowly coming off. Okay. I got it off. Good night, Glendale. Now what? Okay. because it was like lighting up. I hope it lights up. Uh... Wait, that worked! It worked! Wait, why? How come whenever I broke it off, it stopped working? But when other people broke it off, they didn't have to remove that either, right? What the? Okay, cool. Oh my gosh. Somehow the D plus and D minus got shorted together by snipping at it, I think. Oh, okay, cool. I was so sad because like I tested it before I started streaming and it was working. And then I got in a call with Frank who was like, you need to like snip it off, right? I was like, okay. So they snipped it off and I was like, okay, it's not working now. Well, Toasty's the designer. Oh, Frank, thanks for gifting it. That's why I was like, damn, I like, I broke it. I felt so bad. Frank and I like, we tried all the different combinations. Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Toasty. Wait, okay, so be honest with me. I was the one who borked it, right? Or is this like some kind of freak accident? You can be honest with me and be like, Patty, you fucked it up. I felt so bad. And I was in call with Frank, and then my power went out. So I was like, okay, this build is just not meant to be. This build is not meant to happen. Cool. Yeah, it was very cursed. The way snapping off is implemented in this version is more arrow pointing to change the snapping off design. Cool. Good to hear. Oh shoot, wait, I need the top. So for the production run, you guys will have longer JST cables. Right now you might see me struggle busing a little bit to try and get it in, but production run you guys will have longer. The PCB had both the USB right here that you could snap off, but it also has the JST port. And so I just had to snap off the initial USB port. Yeah. But for the production, you guys don't have to worry about that. That's just for this. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Yeah, the production will have artwork on it, right? Let me see if I got this in all the way. Or I just plug it in. Yeah, the group buy will be November 16th. Ooh! Ooh! Okay, sorry. Part of the reason I went with Oolong, because it has a translucent top. Or as like a milky top. Milky top, not translucent. Gamer RGB? I actually really like RGB. I don't know about you guys, but I love bling bling. Oh, you like the Easy Mate connectors. That was also by... Wait, was that also by Toasty? Wait, this is not the right... Oh, this is not right. Yes. That's what they used in the Minerva. Not having to hold the assembly when plugging it in. Yeah. Hi, Ringo. Ringo, your artisan collection you post on Instagram? My jaw dropped. Sandglass by Fox Labs. Who built that? Theca? Wait, am I thinking of Theca or the Boki? I think they both built it, right? Is the Type K going to be using the Easy Mate connector? Not sure. Didn't watch. Oh. Ooh. The Boki built one. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, what keycaps? Before you guys say beige. Okay. Should I use PBT Soyamilk? Wait, the color is beige. You want to? Like, should I use Soyamilk? Soyamilk is like technically beige. Okay, we'll use Soyamilk. Anything but CRP. What's wrong with CRP? Is it because everyone is putting CRP? I think Soyamilk would be cute. GMK Soyamilk buyers got cucked. I mean, yeah, but there's a difference. Unless you don't care about like ABS or PBT, then okay, yeah. You can make that argument, but if you care about that, then, you know.
Something ain't right
Thanks for
here.
the follow.
Something ain't right here.
Oh, Poopo. Thanks for the follow. I like that name. Sorry, I have the humor of like a 2-year-old. Yeah, the NicePBT is like super nice now. I got Sugar Plum when it first came out, and I actually thought it was the same kitting, and later on I found out that they improved the kitting, the legend. They improved like so many things about it. When's PBT Soyamilk supposed to drop? I'm not sure yet. I'm guessing in a few weeks. Canon Keys has been sending me upcoming sets. I'm guessing to create hype for it, but yeah. So you have Soyamilk, you also have Basilisa. PBT Moon? Ooh, I haven't seen that one. Which one? Wait. Okay. I need your guys' help. I actually have a couple beige colors. Maybe this one? But this one? I don't really have like a red artisan. I might have some elsewhere. We can look. Or like with the blue? I don't really have anything this blue. This is like a darker blue. Or this is like not as dark as this, like a little lighter. I have a ditto. We could put a ditto on this board. Or I could just not use an artisan. Instead we just use like one of these. I got so lucky because I got the Pusheen bean from the grab bag. That was like pretty insane. So maybe something like this. No artisan on the board. It feels so weird. Soyamilk, nice color. I agree. Above the bluelet, this one? You think this one? Is that too light? It's like you have all these artisans and yet you still run into this problem of like not having the exact right shade. And then you tell yourself, well, this is why I need more artisans. That just means you need more artisans? What did I just say? Exactly. Yes, the toasty is on the same wavelength. Yeah, it just means I need more artisans. Buy more, eventually you'll have one that matches, yeah. That's how you justify more GMK. I probably have like 15 incoming GMK sets. And I was just thinking to myself, like, I should start selling some of my keycaps because I'm stacking the keycaps on top on my shelf, and it's getting so tall, I literally can't reach my keycaps anymore. It is so hard for me. Like, I have to get a stick and like, kind of like fish it out. It's like 6 feet tall. Okay, it's like 7 feet. Okay, actually, this is like 9 feet. I'm not that short. I'm short, but I'm not that short. The number of sets is an issue. Your storage solution is. True. That is also true. I'm like drowning in cardboard boxes because I started marking client boxes with Sharpie to be like, okay, this is theirs. And then I write on like, because people will send me things separate. They don't send it all at once, which is fine. I'm fine with that. But it gets to be confusing. I'm like, okay, whose stabs does this go to? Whose stabs are these? And so I started having to like mark it like, okay, this is for this build and this is for that build. Just so I don't like get confused anymore. I think this set goes really well. You know what would be cool? If this is like infilled. I mean, some people would prefer it not infilled, but I think it would be cool if this was like black infilled. Yeah, so NicePBT is always really good about 40s because Plus is a 40s user, as far as I know. No, this is soya. It was frustrating to watch, but the result was there. Wait, was it really hard to watch? Why was it hard to watch? I like this colorway. Glad you joined the GMK version. I mean, the colors matches way off. Yeah, I skipped this one because I already got birch. But since Canon Key sent me this colorway, I'm glad they did because I really do like the accent colors. I think the accent colors are really nice. I'm guessing, so birch came first, right? And then Soyamilk came after. The whole thing about this though is like the box is so cute. It's a nice day to enjoy some soya milk. Right here, life and soya milk are better shared with friends. And then sedimentation is a natural phenomenon. Shake well before use. And it's just like all these little cute things. Refrigerate after opening. It's so cute. I love it. If all packaging was like this, I know it's strange, but I'm a sucker for cute packaging like this. Imagine people actually put the caps. Okay, I mean, they need help elsewhere if they're doing that. But look, like, this packaging's so good. Ooh, what do you guys think? What do you think? You put your drop alt in the fridge, LEDs make the MCU overheat so you let it cool down again before you use it. Dang. Toasty. When do you think you're going to make an Alice PCB? Well, actually, McLovin came out with theirs already, but I was gonna ask when you make an Alice PCB if you would ever consider like RGB, perky, and then underglow. But I guess McLovin already has that. Is there an option for only Latin alphas? Not for the NicePBT, as far as I know. Cool. So here's the board. So let me show you guys with my face cam, because that's like a little bit more color accurate. Oh, sorry. So this is in bright light. And then this is in not so bright light. So it's like a lighter beige. Pretty nice. Yeah. You like the set? It's cute. Well, if GMK fails you, at least there's always NicePBT, right? I usually don't like cute things. Oh man. I want you to know that Ringo and I we love cute things. I say Ringo because the first person that I think of when I see like a cute artisan, I think, oh, Ringo would probably like this. And the Ringo already has it. It's like, okay, cool, you know. Yeah, if you do like a perky bling bling RGB for your PC boards, like, that'd be sick. I would love that. Okay, but let's do the typing test. So this is the gasket, and then we'll do top mount afterwards. I'm just so happy that it's working now. I was super discouraged. Like, PCB wasn't working, and then my power went out, and I was just like, sad. Okay. Okay, so I was supposed to work together with Switch Culture on something like that, but I haven't heard them in so long. Dang. Well, when you come out with it, I will be super excited for it. Okay, you like dark and booty? I thought, you know, I was building this BBAT. I would use my my gaff mat. It would match it. And now I have regrets because this is such a bright and cute board, and meanwhile I have this like grungy looking dust mat that doesn't really match. And I'm kind of tempted to go get a different desk mat. Oh, yeah, I might have to. I like colors. This is NicePBT Soyamilk. It will be in stock set on Canon keys. They haven't announced the date yet, but they're sending samples out to streamers to showcase. And so I'm showcasing it. I'm afraid one of these switches might not be working. I changed them out, but it was HP. Yeah, okay. So yeah. But yeah, NicePBT Soyamilk. It'll be on Canon keys. Okay, yeah, so it's just a switch. Cool. What do you guys think? I'm excited. And this is my personal, so I get to keep this. So it's perfect to showcase. Perfect. Okay. Okay. I don't have the side camera today because I was using it to film a TikTok, so we're gonna do the overhead. Looks good in a keycap. It's like it fits so well. I'm super happy about it. There's no soya milk, right? No. Maybe we use this one? Oh, that's green. F. I can use... We could use Froyo. Froyo has like all the colors, but it kind of matches. Okay. Okay. 60 seconds. Give me 1 sec. Okay. So, this is the Theca. We're using an alu plate with Oolong switches. We're using stabies. And then this is NicePBT Soyamilk. So, TLDR, it's... Oh, this is also the gasket. So, gasket mounted, silicone gasket mounted, alu plate, Oolong switches, PBT. And then afterwards, we'll do the top mount. Oh, wait. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. Oh wow. I hit 123. Good night, Sol. Yeah, so actually, apparently the general consensus has been top mount is their preferred. So we'll see how it sounds at top mount, but that was Gasket. I wonder if it would sound different if I didn't use alu plate with gaskets or the long pole with alu plate. I personally don't like alu plate. Oh. But that's just my preference. But yeah, let's see how top mount sounds. Have a good look. My favorite plate for which mounting? My favorite plate is actually half plate or plateless. I like carbon fiber or FR4. Oh god, this is heavy. I think PP plate is very situational. So the hardness for these are what, 28? If it were up to me for my boards, I would probably pretty much always go half plate. Maybe plateless. But depends on the board. Carbon fiber and alu. Yeah, I like FR4 carbon fiber. I used to really like PC, but over time I've moved away from PC. If I want like a softer typing experience, I just go plateless. I do think top mount and PP is good. Polypropylene. But I think PP and like gasket is way too soft. Or way too like bouncy. But it depends on the gasket as well. Giga PP, yeah. I think... Okay, this is gonna sound really weird, but I've actually typed on some steel plate boards that also sound really good. Crazy, right? Top mount and or gasket. I don't like brass at all. Yeah, so for those who missed the internals of the board, it's kind of interesting how they have done the placement for the gaskets. I'll show you. The gaskets and the top mount. Yeah, I think stainless steel sounds good. Good night, Michael. You're done with work? Nice. Good night. There's a bug. EO87. Okay, so looking at the internals. So for gasket, you have 4 on top, and then you have 3 on bottom. There's no gasket point on the spacebar. And then it's for the top mount, you have 4 on top. These 2 are a little closer to each other. These 2 are spread out. These 2 are the same on top, and these are the same. So I'm guessing they did that to match with the top and bottom, so it's easier. But yeah. But they did not put any kind of mounting point in between the space bar. You should sleep. You'll finish your projects tomorrow. Alright, have a good night. And then also, if you're looking at the other parts, so you have 3 screw points. I mean, you have 2 screw points on top for the case, and then 3 on the bottom. And then for alignment tabs, you have 3 up here, and then 1 right here. So pretty much everything regarding the spacebar is like nothing near it other than the case screw. Yeah. Alignment tabs are removed? Wait, for the production? They're removing them? Or what do you mean? The weight is so good, it is, yeah. Yeah, so typically you have the alignment tabs for like gasket because if it shifts, but like top mount, you don't have to worry about it because the plate is literally held in place with the screws. But are you saying that the alignment tabs are going to be removed? Okay. So this is top mount. Let's see how it sounds. I kind of want to try different switches on them too. Like try something that's not long pull. I have some SP stars. Or wait, are there the SP stars that have long pull? I'll have to look at it. But I'll try different switches. Give me a sec. Okay, so this is top mount with alloy plate, stabies, oolong switches, and PBT, Soyamilk. Oh, you mean like the foam?
Something ain't right here.
Yeah, I think I do like top mount a little bit more, but I like the spacebar with gasket. I'm kind of curious to see how it sounds as something that is not long pole, because I do think that's probably affecting it a little bit. But yeah, Ying Yang is right. I want to try it without long pole. I don't remember if these are long poles, so let's see. This is a long pole. Do I have any non-long pole loop switches? Let me look. I'll be right back. Alexi. Hold on. Let me check out the specs for these switches. Hmm. These are... Why are all the switches I have long pole? These are long pole too. Actually, these might work. Yeah. Oh, hold on. The pink switches, the Korby ones? I think I actually don't have any that aren't... Okay, so I have switches that aren't looped. Wait, are Korby's long? I don't think Korby's are long poles, right? Yeah, okay, Korby's work. Marshmallows doesn't have marshmallows. I don't like marshmallow switches. Wait, are you guys tired? I took a nap, so I'm okay, but
Something ain't right
thanks for
here.
the follow. Are you guys tired? You just woke up. Oh. That means it's time to sleep. You're pretty tired? Yeah. Wait, can you guys last like 20 minutes for me to do non-long pull? And then I'll end. Wait, you're going to France for the tattoo convention? Wait, that's in November, right? Wait, I think Kubrick, the guy who I want to get tattooed by in Taiwan, is going to be there. Oh, is this weekend? Is there like a guest list? I don't know which show he was going to be at. He just said that he was going to Europe in like November for a tattoo show. Hi, Trade. The EU people are waking up. Wait, are they waking up? We're gonna try a different combo. We've tried, we tried long pole with top mount and gasket. So now we're gonna just do normal, and I'll do them, two of them, too. It's almost 11 a.m. Good night. Good morning, EU. Good night, not EU. Oh, God. Okay. Today was kind of cursed because, my power was out for like 3 hours because we had really bad storms here. I mean, we needed the rain, but yeah, my power was out for basically 2.5 hours, and this PCB was also technically broken until we fixed it. Apologies? What is that? Hello.
Something ain't right here.
Thanks for the follow. Rubrehose? The rain mean it's gonna be cold? Yeah, we actually brought UV in. UV is my mom's leopard tortoise. We brought her in. Because it's getting cold. Was Frank panicking when he messaged you, Toasty? I feel bad. I feel like I stressed Frank out. And I kept DCing because my power kept going out. So 1 minute I would be there and like the next I was gone. And then it was just completely gone. Oh, he's just fake, so you panicked when you woke up. He just wrote, "Can you please message me when you're available? I will need help, thank you." Oh my god. He should have been like, Patty broke her PCB and she needs help fixing it. Anytime I have like PCB problems, I always message Toasty. I message Toasty or PC. If it's like if I need to remind stuff, I'll ask. If it's like a software thing, I'll ask Toasty. But if it was like a hardware thing, I asked PC Low Letter. Oh, you're still out of town? Dang. You're still like traveling around? Thought he got hacked for a second? Oh. I actually saw on Twitter that a lot of the big streamers are like getting hacked because it's just like a chain, you know? Because one of them got affected and then they got the account and then they started sending message and they're like, oh, it's like my friend. And so I saw that a lot of people have been getting like hacked recently. I think there was someone who was saying like so I got a message once and it was like, hey, I'm a game dev and you know, I would love for you to like try out my game on stream, right? And then they are like, here's the download link and go give it a try, you know? Which is like sussy in itself, but you know, it's one of those things where you're just like, okay, let me like check this out. And then you get hacked. I need money sent here. Do you guys still get those emails where it's like, hello, I am like a prince overseas and I need help? I still get those like spam emails. And it's pretty interesting to read them sometimes. Because they have like pretty crazy stories. I actually did fall like... I actually did get scammed once, but thankfully I got out of it. But whenever I got my new car, the dealership offered, you know, for like a few extra on my payment, like I could pretty much get like a Subaru service there. And so I signed up for it, right? Lungil, hello. Or Lungi? Sorry, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. But I got this like letter in the mail and it was like, hey, you still haven't activated your like protection plan for your car. Oh, Zezio, hello. Hey Patty, I need money, please send here. I would never send anyone money. But yeah, so I got a letter and it was like, hey, you still haven't activated your... Oh wait, thanks for the 5-month sub, says you. I appreciate it. Okay, going back. But yeah, so I like panicked because I was like, oh shit, you know, I thought they like automatically set that up for me. Like I didn't realize like I had to set it up, right? Because they had like my information from Subaru, and turns out like that information is all made public whenever you register, right? And so I didn't know that when you register your car. And so I was like, oh my god, like I started panicking and I called them and I was like, hey, I got like a letter saying, you know, that I still haven't activated my plan, but I thought it was like automatically like applied, right? And they were like, no, like you have to still go through like the sign up and confirm everything. And I was like, oh shoot, like, you know, that doesn't sound right. I mean, I said, oh shoot, like, I didn't know. And then I started talking to them and they're like, okay, and then you also need to do like an additional payment of this amount. And that's when I was like, wait, I thought that was like part of my like monthly payment. And you're telling me I have to pay like an additional charge? And they're like, oh yeah, it's like the activation fee, right? And I was like, okay. So I paid for it actually. And then like a few hours go by and I was like sitting there thinking, I was like, that's so weird. Like, why would they tell me, you know, that I needed to pay extra on top of like my monthly payments. So I called Subaru and I was like, hey, I just like activated one of your plans, but I'm confused about like why I had to pay like extra. I thought that was like part of my financial, like my monthly payments. Could you like please clarify for me? And then that's when they told me, they're like, oh no, like we're not associated with them. And it's just, it was like so scummy because like they just like went along with me. They were like, oh yeah, you know, you just like never activated your plan, and I felt so dumb. And then that's when they told me like, yeah, so whenever you register your car, because they registered it for me, they're like, you know, Texas actually has all that information public, so that's how they just like bought your information. And I was like panicking because it was like a $400 charge. So I called them and I was like, hey, you know, I actually just called and this is not like my car pay, like this is not my protection plan, right? And they're like, what do you mean? You know, they were like trying to beat around the bush. And I was like, look, you know, I feel like I was not, I told them like the, you know, the first representative I talked to kept telling me like, you know, this is part of the plan that you pay monthly for, and made it seem like it was the same thing, but it's actually separate. And I guess the guy like felt bad for me. It was like, he was like, wait, so she didn't like, they didn't tell you that this is like different? And I was like, no, I thought it was something that I was already paying for. And like I told him, I was like, I can't pay for two of these like protection plans because it's expensive. Because I had to pay like two monthlies that I thought were already like incorporated into my car payments. And I guess he felt bad and he was like, well, you know, since it technically hasn't been a day, we can still like cancel your plan. And I was like, yes, please cancel my plan. And so I was refunded that money, but I, it's just I fell for it, you know, because they had all my information and they made it seem like, oh yeah, you know, like this is extra. Yeah, I was very lucky, right? I guess when I told the guy, I was like, I can't afford to like pay my monthly payments and then also pay for this like additional plan. Of course, he was like trying to get me to like stick with it, but I guess in the end he just like felt bad. So yeah, it's like it's so crazy how much information they had. Like they had the make and model of my car. They had it on like the date I bought it from. They also had like my home address, and as well as like the bank that that I took the loan for. And they just had like too much information that it made me wonder like, damn. So, you know, when you have to register, and people can just like buy this information. Yeah, people can just buy this info. You know, you could just pay money and then find out where I live. If you know like what car I drive. Ugh. It's so weird to think about. You live living in the EU. Wait, is delete here? Or is it here? I don't remember. Bottom left, thanks. Oop. Uh... Is it print scroll pause? Yeah, okay. Thank you. In EU, because the data protection, if they find them pets that's lost, the vet's not allowed to scan the chip, look up the data. Only the police is allowed to do that. Dang. I feel like there's so many, like, data breaches. I don't know if that's only, like, in the US, but there was a good period of time where I kept getting so many, like, spam calls. ASDFG. And then it just made me think, like, oh, you know, a website that I bought stuff from probably had their, like, they've either sold the information or their thing got, like, hacked into. I wouldn't be surprised if they, like, sold it, right? Hence, that's why it's always best to make an account through Google Login, yeah. I actually did a sale today. I sold my Wave link. So I've been like trying to sell it, but I sold my old microphone setup. I did the microphone, the pop filter, the shock mount, the profile arm, and a stream deck. I did 200 for the mic bundle, or you could do so 200 for the mic bundle, 100 for the stream deck, or you can do 250 for everything, right? So I sold it on Facebook Marketplace, but it was like a little sketchy, right? Cuz I knew it was like this college girl, right? But I kind of got like spooked out because I've heard like horror stories where like people will lure you like under the pretense of like, oh, you're just meeting this like girl, right? Why did I switch from Stream Deck? I liked having a knob for editing and whatnot. And so this just had more function for me outside of just streaming. And so that's why I got it. Yeah. But yeah, I like heard stories about how, you know, you think you're meeting this like you think you're meeting this girl and it's like a plot to like, you know, hijack you or something crazy like that. And so then I started like thinking about it more and I was like, you know, normally when I meet people to sell keyboard parts, I'm not like too afraid of that because, you know, typically the people that I have sold stuff to within the keyboard hobby, it's either people I know or people that like you could trace back to. And so if anything ever sketchy happened, like, you know, it would be easier to like locate that person and whatnot. But when I did the Facebook, um, Facebook sale, I just started getting paranoid, right? Because I was like, oh god, like, what if I meet them and then they mug me? So I made Connor go with me, just in case. And you know, it's funny because she was there with her boyfriend, and she's like, oh, my boyfriend's here. I hope that's like okay. And I was like, oh no, it's fine. Like my boyfriend is here too, you know, because we were both like, I guess we were both scared of getting like mugged or something. Yeah, yeah, exactly. We were probably both like scared. We're about the other person was like about to kill us or something. And so I sold it and Connor kind of was like criticizing me because he was like because she had her dog with her and I handed her the stuff, and she put it on the trunk of the car. And then I had one more thing, so I grabbed from her car, and she like opened her car door. And she's like, "Oh, you can just like put the stuff in the car, right?" And then I was like, "Okay," because she was like holding her dog. And so Connor told me like, in the future when they do that, do not put the stuff in the car. He was like, you can put it on the hood of the trunk because they can't just like drive off, but like because you put the stuff in her car, it could have been like really easy for her to just like drive off. Right. And then he was saying that I shouldn't have given her all the items first. I did meet them in public, but it was like late at night. It was not late at night, but it was dark at night, right? And the shopping center was like kind of dead. And he was like, you can give her half the products, but you need to make sure that they pay first before like, you know, before you just like hand it to them. And I was like, okay. 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 Cool. Okay. You guys hear me? This is with Korby switches now. So the first one we had Oolongs, which were long poles, but I swapped to the Korby switches. We're using alu plate. This is top mount, stabies, and PBT. Okay. I could totally imagine, Cheryl, you load up the car with the stuff. They're like, by the way, I only have half of what you're asking, and then you have to awkwardly unload your shit or agree. Yeah, that's what he was saying. He was like, don't put stuff in their car. Okay, so I actually like this better with non-long pole switches. This is top mount. I'm a little too tired to swap it to Gasket, but I'll do it for the typing test since this is my personal board. But let's just look at it before I go. And then let me regurgitate all the details for you guys again, so you have all that information. Okay. But yeah, so this is the board. This is Theca. Ooh, Theca. This is the beige colorway. There's also a brown. It's looking to be around 550 plus shipping. There's a brass weight. Ooh, wow. The centered USB port. So this is the round 2 or R2. Production will be probably R3, but the board is supposed to have Toper support. And it'll come with a Toper kit. Unfortunately, the way that the screw, I guess, interferes with the Toper for this one, so I'm not able to do Toper on this one. But for the group buy run, which is around November 16th, it will have PCB that's compatible, and there will also be a kit. In terms of plates, there's carbon fiber, PC, alu, and then you'll have solder and hot swap. And the JST cable will be longer for the group buys. Yeah, Toper kit offered separately. And then the Toper kit will come with, you can get alu plate, a carbon fiber plate. You need to test more? Cool. So all the details I'm telling you guys right now is tentative. It's subject to change, but this is a summary of what we know so far. Let's see. But yeah, so this one doesn't have Toper support, but group buy will. And then the PCBs that come with the group buy will have custom artwork on it, or it will have artwork on it, and then you can get, it'll come with solder PCB default, and then hot swap is going to be extra. So apparently for the weight, you can pick if you want a silver or brass coloring, but it'll all be made from brass for the weight. Yes. No foam. No foam, longer JST cable. Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah. Damn. Can't wait to build yours. Did you already snap your USB off? Also, with the snapping the USB off, you will not need to do that. That is just because our PCBs were last minute and it was a workaround. So for the group buy, do not worry about having to snap anything off. But yeah, so this is a beige colorway. If you guys are interested in this board, I would recommend joining their Discords. There's also there's a Geek Hack page that I will link, and that will probably be the most accurate in terms of like details, because there's lots of things on there that I probably forgot to mention. So here is that's the Geek Hack page. So this is, hold on. This is Densus's Discord. So Densus. And then this is KLC's Discord. KLC. And then the layouts, you'll have F12 Winkyless or Winky. They'll have ONSI ISO support. And then you can do either gasket mount or top mount. The invite is broken? No! Does anyone have his invite? Okay, let me link his Instagram. Let me link his Instagram and it should link to his Discord. Oh, wait. Kevin, the invite link for Densus's Discord is broken. Oh, they got it. On the Geekhack page, it's broken. So... I don't know if you guys want to fix that for the Geekhack page. Oh man, I'm in so many Discord servers. Which one do I leave? I've hit the 200 mark. I've actually hit the 200 mark. Actually crazy. Wait, Pop Smoke Keeps as designer? Okay, joined.
Something ain't right here.
Tasty 2, thanks for the follow. Okay. Thank you for the invite. Completes a few more steps. Okay. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. I feel like before I agree to do builds, I need to have the designers or vendors sign an acknowledgement that I'm probably going to mispronounce stuff really bad. And that I apologize ahead of time. So I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. I'm bad with pronunciation. Yeah, the invite link is no problem, but I guess the only issue right now is that people can't access it. So once that's updated on the Geekhack page, then probably more people will start to pour in. Oh wait, I built the rotor. Oh, same designer. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Okay, sorry. I'm like getting distracted. But yeah, that's the board. I just want to say that for a beige board, pretty nice. It's a lighter beige, and I like that. And I'm glad I have this keycap set that matches so well with it. So, yeah. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Densus. Thank you, Rubrehose, for letting me build the board. Thank you, Frank, for coordinating everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I enjoy the board. I think long poles, not the way to go, actually. So, yeah. I will have a sound test. I will have a YouTube video soon. Probably in the next week or so. And I'll take photos of it. But yeah. I like it a lot. This keycap set's so cute. I can't handle being in too many. You can't leave things on red. I just mute everything. Any of the streamers building a Topre? I don't think so because all the streamers got R2, which is not Topra compatible. Unless there's a streamer who is getting an R3, but it hasn't it hasn't gone out yet, or hasn't been made yet. But all the units that the streamers are streaming right now on the Geekhack list, we all have the R2. They were saying that could maybe build it with Core Star stabilizers, maybe, but yeah. Unfortunately, ours do not have Topra support. But the actual group buy will, so. Okay.